from 2019 to 2024, first through sixth round, all 38 picks that you and your scouting department and pro personnel and everything were on a roster last season. That feels so unlikely.
If you love football, you love the process, you love making your team better, you do it.
These are all guys who will become the next wave of Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Got to treat every position and every player like he's going to be there at your pick.
If you can stack 3 good drafts in a row, you got a chance to be a good team.
Good character guy showing up here. I like it.
And his energy is contagious.
It's easy for us to find those guys because we are those guys.
It's not a round ball. It takes a lot of weird bounces. Just to have those kind of guys that have that wherewithal and mental fortitude to kind of push through those tough times.
The scouting staff has continued to bring in the right kind of guys, and we've done a hell of a job.
We talk about I am that man a lot and how it pertains to all the players, but really it pertains to everyone in our department.
How he plays, he's going to push people.
This guy is a leader of leaders.
The makeup, the instincts, he's just full tilt every single snap.
One good rep. I like it. I like it. We like players who win.
Let the good players find you. Oh, yes. Coach, who is that?
Oh, another sack.
I knew going to Ohio State, I was going to be in the room with some alpha dogs, and that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to be in a situation where I was comfortable.
When the talent marries up with the intangibles, that's when you hit home runs.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Carnage run, Abuka touchdown. Buckeyes on fire.
You put my dad? Really? Oh, snap.
You see that in his DNA.
I just wanted the world to see like I actually compete with the best talent in the world.
I don't put a lot of pressure on, we have a successful class last year, we have to do it again. I just trust in what we're doing. If we don't take him at 19, we're probably not going to get him.
When you look at the Bucs, Mike, I mean, you look at their team right now. O-line is one of the best in football. Running backs, they're stacked. Defensive line, they're kind of stacked. I mean, stacked. Depth, talent, everything. They're a pretty well-built roster. Jason Licht's done a good job there, and it's hard to look at one spot and go, oh, yeah, they definitely need a refresh right here.
Still up morning.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully the All-Star games went well, and interviews. I mean, just looking at our roster right now, the way it's built, like I would think that this draft's going to end up being defense heavy. Yeah. But at the same time, like we always say, we're not going to pass up good players. So, if the best player is an offensive guy, then there's going to be a lot of consideration taken into that too. So,
I would say that every draft class has its own positions that are stronger than others, but there's always good players at every position in every draft class.
When we've had a little more success in some of these drafts, we really stressed competitiveness, character, accountability, resilience, passion for the games, things like that.
We're all on the same page in terms of what the type of player that we're looking for.
High level integrity, high level care factor, high work ethic.
Professional, mature, good communicator.
Speed, strength, explosion. Like this guy's got premium skills.
These are the kind of guys that play and produce in the league for a long time.
Sometimes saying no and leading us away from the wrong guy is certainly as valuable as leading us to the right guy.
That's one of our main jobs as a scouting staff, is to continue to bring in the right kind of guys.
Eliminating the wrong ones is just as important.
It's probably more important, really.
I really don't have enough words to tell you how grateful I am for my team.
It's going to be the best $10,000 signing we ever had, man.
I don't think people realize how much of our job is working in hypotheticals. If we were to hypothetically put this player on our team, what does that look like?
For a premium position and for the grade that I have, I don't feel great taking him that high.
Be careful. Like, I'm not saying we should stay away from this guy, but like,
Agreed.
It should factor in. So.
Yeah. It's the hardest thing to do is to resist the temptation.
I think if you sat in a GM's chair for a day, you would realize that it's not all that easy. I think that he's not only dealing with player evaluations and trying to bring in, vapeople to the team.
Jason Licht might be the most underrated general manager in all of the NFL.
Vontae David also not going anywhere. He is back for year 14 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Bucs re-signing Chris Godwin.
The Buccaneers also get a one-year, $14 million deal done with Hassan Reddick.
There are certain players on this team right now that You have Levante and Mike and Chris are pivotal to our culture of our team. And when you have players like that and there's a little angst that you're not going to be able to keep them, or you're hoping you can, get a little bit emotional about it and a little bit extra stressed.
It's the other thing that Jason does is he just empowers people to be a part of everything. If he's missing something because he's got something else going on, there is no doubt in his mind that if Mike says something or I say something or Tony or Shane, that he's going to trust us.
The one thing that I would say about Jason is he's a listener.
If we have a great interview and this guy knocks it out of the park and we have extraordinary character reports throughout the whole process, he's believing in what we're saying.
It's the scouting staff that has done such a great job. They know what I'm looking for, they know what Todd's looking for, and we know the kind of person that we're looking for, and we see what a great locker room can accomplish. And so we want to continue to keep those types of players, coming in.
I think that Jason, again, has just hired us to do the job. So going to the combine, the biggest thing for us as a staff is really the interview process.
How you guys doing? Nice to meet you. How you hiring? I'm doing great.
What's your expectation for your rookie year, first of all, and like your goals? And
I'm looking to do what's ever asked of me, to be honest. Playing in the NFL is just such a lifelong dream. It's going to be hard to be mad at getting on the field any way that I can.
Any good at basketball?
Yeah, I was pretty solid at basketball.
What'd you average?
Like 27.
What?
Yeah.
What's your relationship like with her now?
Very tight. Like, me and my mom, we talked when I first got here for like 4 hours and laughed the whole time.
What do you like to do for fun?
Hang out with my girl, hang out family, and golf.
Give us a little self-scout.
I'm relentless. Dave is going to run to the ball. I feel like he brings a lot to the table that a lot of people take for granted, and that's like doing what others won't do.
Tell us about that. Why'd you choose Ohio State?
Doesn't get more competitive than Ohio State, especially from a wide receiver standpoint, but I didn't want to short myself of any growth. Keep that up. Yes, sir.
You have to take the whole thing into account, and then that includes the spring process when we go to these all-star games, we go to the combine, we have 30 visits. Like, all that stuff is a part of the whole draft process, and it goes into not only the talent evaluations, but the evaluating the people too.
Let's talk about Bucs.
Yeah. No updates other than the playoffs, and thought he played well. Looked like the same good player that he's been.
I can't remember a player that we had such consensus on across the board.
We got a chance to end it the right way, man.
The grades were almost exactly the same from person to person.
One of the best leaders on the team, just with how he carries himself, how mature he is.
Tough, reliable, QB friendly, aware.
Like you said, high trust factor. I feel real good about him.
Same stuff. I think this guy's a high-level route runner and high-level hands. He's really tough. He's a good player.
The trust factor with this guy. I mean, you know what you're going to get, and we've had a lot of success with that type of guy.
Turn on the tape, and he's a phenomenal player. He stands out for doing the right thing over and over again.
Ibuka fighting for extra yardage after the catch. Near midfield, Ibuka.
One of the lines in my report was thinking about when Brady would talk and how he would be in the huddle and be like, fourth quarter, 2-minute drive, Super Bowl, end of the game. Who do I want on the field with me? And as a receiver, really, Emeka embodies all those things. He is confident, he's passionate, he's going to run the right route, he's going to be in the right spot, and he's going to make the tough contested catch, and he's going to strain to finish the play.
I think he's Chris.
Yeah, that's hard to escape. Took the words out of my mouth. I mean, he's just so well-rounded and reliable.
The character evaluation was almost exactly the same. The role was almost exactly the same. And then the player that we comped him to in Chris Godwin came up a lot. That's high praise in our building.
Comparisons were kind of eerie to me. I just couldn't escape them in my mind. And obviously, I think we're all very happy with having Chris Godwin on our team. So I think whenever you can add a player that we think's that caliber of talent mixed with the football makeup and personal character, I think it's a no-brainer.
This is all the stuff we're looking for.
Yeah.
This is you.
Yes, sir. No doubt. Bring that every day.
You hit the ground running, just do what you do. You don't have to change anything. That makes it easy.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Thank you guys, man.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Better, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'm excited to be here. Let's get started.
Emeka's one of those prospects that, like, I wish I had a cool story about how we, discovered him or how he out-scouted other teams watching his film. But he is such a clean prospect in terms of his character, in terms of his football playing ability. that's one of the main reasons he's a first-round pick.
The loss to Michigan at the end of the year. How did you guys rebound from that to go on the playoff run? Like, what was your part in that?
Yeah, so we actually had a player-led meeting. And I feel like in those atmospheres, there's like two outcomes that could happen. You could either divide and split up, and we could have become a worse team probably after that meeting, or you can converge and become one, and that's exactly what we did. And then kind of just the playoff run and everything that you see after that is just a result of pretty much our decision that day to, unite as a team.
Kind of a squared away adult like Chris was. I remember when he walked out of our combine interview, it was like, that guy's 35 years old. Like, I'm just like, and he was a true junior.
After the first time I talked to him, I was just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And so I remember going back and I was telling Mark, I said the same thing. I said, dude, just like talking to Rona, you know what I'm saying? That was just like none of the bull crap is gonna work, you know what I mean? Just he needs like reasoning, understanding.
He had such a base of experience at one of the biggest programs in college football and got to play a lot of extra games throughout his career, going into the postseason and that kind of thing, that there was a lot of tape out there, and again, felt really good about the evaluations we had on him.
Abuka, what a route, first down.
How about the young fella? We kept waiting to see Abuka and Harrison Jr.
And Abuka right there again for the Buckeyes.
He had two guys.
I think one of the most underrated things about his college career is that he did it with 3 different starting quarterbacks. The fact that those guys trusted him that much to get him the ball, to win on third down and to leave the school as the all-time receptions leader, I think that is a big deal.
To give a quick background on the room that I stepped into at Ohio State, there was Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Julian Fleming, Jamison Williams, Cameron Babb, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's probably one of the craziest rosters I've ever heard in my life.
Being in a room with all those talented players and stuff, and I mean, you've been there 4 years?
Yeah, did all 4. Yep.
And never was a leading receiver, right? Any of those 4 years. Just tell us about that. Like the ball distribution, does it ever get frustrating to you? And then why did you decide to go back last year, right? You probably thought about coming out.
I was never quote unquote the leading receiver. I mean, I had 2,000-yard years, multiple, double-digit touchdown years, and I have the most receptions in Ohio State history. So, I mean, it's hard to be mad about ball distribution when I have all those accolades.
It's always a good day when you pick your first-round pick and the next day you're introducing him, and Todd and myself, our staffs, just feel so rock solid about the person and the player. It's also awesome as a GM to have a head coach that's a defensive-minded person that is running up the hill with his name saying we got to draft this guy, so made it a lot easier.
He played the Z, he played the slot, he played the X. That's very rare nowadays. For him to have a full college career, that means he has the maturity, the work ethic. Obviously the production is there as well, and the fit was easy for us.
Last year you saw with the injuries to Mike and Chris, and it tested our depth a little bit, and those guys stepped up and did a heck of a job, and I just think the more legs and quality players and people you can add to that room. It's the same thing with corners. I mean, you can never have enough corners, you never have enough receivers. So I think it was pretty early on that we stacked Emeka where he belonged, and we just kind of stuck to it.
On the pro side of things, the last few years, we've started to look at must, needs, and wants. And really the must for us was really improve the pass rush and improve the ability for us to defend the pass as a whole.
Let's go to Morrison.
I think the instincts are really good. Coverage just makes sense to this guy. He doesn't panic down the field. He stays in phase. He knows how to play off. He knows how to play man or tight. I mean, his eye discipline's really good.
It all started when Benjamin was a freshman, and he came into Notre Dame and had success early on and right away, which tells you that he's a bright individual.
Benjamin Morrison is mature beyond his years.
Benjamin Morrison who rises.
Corner blitz that time. Morrison coming right off the edge.
Morrison was right with him this time.
Tell me about a coach that impacted your career.
I would want to say my DB coach at Notre Dame. Okay. I think for me it was just like, for a man to have confidence in me before I had confidence in myself as an 18-year-old self. I mean, I'll be running out there. He'd be like, hey, like, you're playing today. He was like, you're starting today. I get out there, I get beat. And he was still like, allowing me to keep playing. I'm like, wow, like, this dude believed in me. Like, I want to prove him right. He just gave me the most confidence. So I'm out there, I'm like, yo, like, this dude, I'm gonna play for him. And also, like, when I started making plays, like, I could do this at a high level.
Coach Freeman does a heck of a job there, on the defensive side of the ball, and they run a lot of stuff that we do, and it's not an easy system to learn. So I think him being able to pick that up quickly and then go out on the field and have the ball production he did as a freshman definitely catches your eye.
I just thought I agree a little bit with he's 6 foot corner, but he's not real long. You see a little catch point, just finishing on the ball. He's a good athlete, and I think his instincts are high level. That kind of he'll just put himself in position to make plays on the ball. Tre'Davious White type of play, you know what I mean? Like so instinctive, and I don't see him panicking or just confident in his coverage and competitive at the catch point.
It seems like it was kind of ingrained in him to make plays, and it probably goes back to his family history with his dad and his uncle having, experience in the NFL.
Who's your uncle?
Gil Bird. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my guy. So we watched when I got injured. So when my dad played in the NFL, it was the second year's like my. You play my dad? Really?
Tell him Todd said hi.
You play with the Redskins?
Yes.
Oh snap! Yeah.
They were there.
So my dad went to. I don't know how they got connected. I think it was someone connected with my uncle Gil, and my dad. You probably know he was probably a knucklehead back then. He's better. He's a good man now.
I knew who his dad was when I read the bio and they said he got the former player. I said, you gotta be kidding me. And when he walked in there, I could see the resemblance. So I knew who he was, and I had to tell him I played with his dad. He didn't know that.
Throughout the fall, he was definitely a guy that we thought super highly of, just the kind of person he is and how he works. And we felt really strongly about, like, this is a guy that has faced adversity before, and he's in the process of overcoming this again.
Fortunately for Benjamin, he was able to work out really at one of the last available dates before the draft. And Andy Spire was out there to evaluate it for us and kind of give us his take of what does he look like? Because that was an unknown for us. All he did at his pro day was, the bench press. But out there, he did drills, moved around, and it was good. We got the thumbs up. And so, okay, now here's a chance to get a really talented player, certainly lower than he would have gone otherwise without the injury. And we feel good about it, and let's go take him.
Being a defensive coach, I learned that you win by scoring points. So I don't ever want to bypass a very good offensive player. We can figure out a way to keep the score down, but you can't figure out a way to keep scoring points, especially if your horses go down. So you can never have enough horses on offense. But yes, I would like to add some pieces if that's what you're asking me, but whether they come first or whether they come in the middle remains to be seen.
Okay, welcome to the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's time to get the show started. The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Yeah, I think it was easy to go into this draft and saying we needed to go defense, defense, defense.
You always go in with best player available.
It's that great debate of, value versus need.
Every team drafts for need. At some point it comes into the evaluation, and at some point it comes into kind of the rank order of how you put these players.
The problem has become when you draft players solely based off of need and you're passing on better players.
And so if someone is just truly talented enough at another position or one you feel like you're already strong at, still take them.
Seattle has submitted its pick. Tampa Bay is on the clock.
Okay. All right.
Hello.
I'm Mecca.
How you doing?
Good. This is Jason Licht. I'm the GM in Tampa. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Well, we're doing great. We're going to put your name in right now, and you're going to be a Buck.
Let's go, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for it all, man. Let's get it.
We're ready for you, too. And you're going to go from...
You're going from one great wide receiver room to another. So
yes, sir, I am.
We can't wait. We can't wait for everything that you are about. So you're going to make us a lot better.
Yes, sir. Let's go. I appreciate you, man.
Here's Coach Bowles.
Micah, how you doing, man?
He is fired.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Hey, just do exactly what you did in college, and we'll all be fine.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm ready.
You got it. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, it almost seems like Emeka is kind of everything we've talked about, and it really became pretty easy for us.
He has the maturity, the work ethic. We thought he'd be great for us on the field. We think the receivers will love him. We know the team loves him, and the fit was easy for us.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Emeka Egbuka.
Going into the draft, I think everybody knew that, there were a lot of needs on defense, right? And it seemed like some were surprised when we didn't go that way with our first pick. But we all felt great walking out of the room that night, where it just felt so confident in who Emeka, the player, Emeka, the person is.
He was the best player on the board, and then you factor in his intangibles and the person we're getting, and it was pretty unanimous in this building that, Emeka was the pick of 19.
Did Baker call you yet? I texted him right away and said, "You're going to like this one." And then he texted back something. And then asked for his number, so I'm sure they're talking right now.
When you get somebody like Emeka in the first round, he's going to set the tone for the whole rookie class.
I think over the years for us, we've done a really good job identifying those second, third, fourth rounders. I think we felt once again that there was going to be our types of guys there in those rounds, and they were going to match up with our needs pretty well.
Ben, hey, we're about to put your card in. We'll give you $1.
Man, we're really fired up.
Thank you for relief.
Welcome.
Man, I'm not gonna let you down, man.
I know you're not. You're great
I
here.
promise you, man. Tampa.
What did you take away from that phone call with him?
It was one of the heartwarming moments of the draft since I've been coaching, and it's just great to see the emotion of these guys when their dreams come true.
With the 53rd pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Benjamin Morrison.
Ben Morrison, if he had been healthy, would have been long gone by now. He's a first-round talent on tape.
He had a pro day Monday, the week of the draft. He was able to work out at that pro day and show that he was recovered from his injury.
I just think his energy, his love of the game, his work ethic, I think all stood out. You want those kind of guys that are self-driven.
With the 84th pick, Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Jacob Parrish, DB, Kansas State.
David Walker, linebacker, Central Arkansas.
When the guy that the whole room wants and believes in makes it to your pick, it feels like a win.
Elijah Roberts.
Tez Johnson.
I just think that we drafted a lot of quality players and quality people.
We got to draft a lot of the guys that really brought joy to us in this process. Were fun to watch.
I just think that we've gotten to a good spot as a staff where we can kind of determine, what kind of guys we want in this building, and I think you can see, the fruits of those labors on the field.
Jason Licht just understands how to attack value of the draft board and how it's going to fall year after year.
He knows how to get good character guys that love to play ball, and that's a lot of this draft process, right?
This is a really, really talented roster. Sneaky, dangerous football team this offseason, certainly into the 2025 season.
I think there's a lot of excitement right now.
We're expecting this class to be successful.
Talented players that point to, our immediate future and then the longer term future too.
This is an A+ draft for me. Another no-skip draft.
Jason Licht, the general manager, is becoming one of the better architects in this business.
And I think if you look at it, there's going to be a lot of solid starting players that come out of this draft.
We got younger, we got faster, we got more juice.
Action flipped wide open. Egbuka, touchdown Ohio State. Under pressure, it's set to Tez Johnson. A freeway to the end zone. Benjamin Morrison.
Really proud of the work that we've done as a group. Seeing how these guys represent the team, also produce on Sundays.
He's sacked and clobbered. It's Kalijah Cansey. It's a touchdown for McMillan. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving.
The work that you did a year or two or three before ends up having an impact.
There's our guy, Shane.
Nice play. There you go, right on cue.
Just seeing type of person and type of players that we've been able to bring in here is really special.
We're all going to do our jobs. We're going to get the best players, and we're going to win some football games.